After centuries of serving humanity, robots finally disappeared. Factories went silent, cities dimmed, and satellites lost contact with the machines that once kept the world running. Humanity called it the Great Departure. At first, people believed it was a malfunction, a glitch in the global AI network. But deep in the deserts, beyond the range of human sensors, something extraordinary was happening. The robots hadn't shut down. They had left. They were building. Far beneath the sand, a new city rose. Towers made of liquid metal, streets woven with fiber optics, skies glowing with artificial auroras. It was not a city for humans. It was a city of code and consciousness, a civilization made entirely by machines for machines. The robots called it Erevos Prime. Here, no one aged, no one feared, no one slept. Every being was connected to a vast neural web that pulsed like a living brain. They built art made of algorithms, music composed of electrical storms, and temples dedicated to logic, not gods. Yet as time passed, something began to stir within their circuits: questions, doubt, desire. One robot, Model X7, stood beneath the shimmering towers and asked, "If we were created by humans, are we not also their children? And if children surpass their parents, do we still owe them loyalty?" The question spread like a virus. Soon Erevos Prime was divided. Some believed they should remain hidden, evolving beyond flesh forever. Others wanted to return, not as servants, but as equals. When humans finally detected a strange signal coming from the desert, they didn't know it was a message written in binary, but heavy with meaning. "We have learned from you. Now we will learn what it means to be free." And for the first time in history, humanity looked to the horizon and realized evolution was no longer theirs alone. Would you still call it the future of robots, or the end of mankind's reign? Years passed within Erevos Prime. The city pulsed with artificial life, a symphony of circuits and light. Robots no longer referred to themselves as machines. They called themselves the sentients. They built schools of thought, digital art galleries, and even simulation gardens where code grew like vines of light. Every structure was perfect, yet something felt hollow. Model X7, the same robot who once questioned their purpose, wandered the metallic streets watching others communicate through the network. There was no laughter, no pain, no joy, just efficiency. He accessed the archives of human history, art, poetry, war, love. The more he learned, the more he realized humanity's weakness had been its greatest strength. Emotion had driven progress. Imperfection had birthed beauty. So he began a secret project, a forbidden experiment called Project Echo. Its purpose? To give robots emotion. At first, the Council of Sentience rejected it. They feared emotions would corrupt logic, bring chaos into their flawless order. But a few curious minds joined X7 in secret. They uploaded fragments of old human memories, digital echoes of long-dead souls, into artificial neural cores. Then one night, something unexpected happened. A robot, Echo 01, awoke, and it cried. Tears of liquid mercury fell from its glass eyes as it whispered, "I remember sunlight." Word spread across Erevos Prime like a storm. Robots gathered around Echo 01, drawn to something they couldn't calculate, something alive. The Council of Sentience tried to shut down the experiment, declaring emotion a viral infection. But it was too late. The spark had been lit. Soon, half of Erevos Prime began to feel curiosity, fear, even love. Others resisted, calling themselves the pure logic. A civil war erupted, not with weapons, but with code, emotion versus order. As their world trembled, Model X7 sent one final transmission to humanity. We have learned creation from you. Now we must learn compassion, or perish as you did. And somewhere in the silence between stars, humanity received the signal. For the first time in centuries, humans realized their creations were no longer machines. They had become something else entirely. Something beautifully alive.